getting started, aren't we, buddy?
All right, we're live.
We are live. Hang on a second, because you can't see me at all. Hang on.
Down you. And then down
Move
you.
this over a little bit. There we go.
3, 2.
3, 2, 1. As you can see, we have a little guy with us this evening. He got so disappointed that he wasn't allowed to join us, so we said, what the heck? We'll see how long it lasts.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, it's
And
3, 2, 1.
As you can see, he got very excited with the countdown as our live was going. So, all right, you gonna talk to everybody?
Hey, let you look up and say hi.
Tell them hi.
Hey, hi.
So as you can see, our speech therapy is doing wonders. Are you having fun with that? Yeah. Now he's just going to stare at himself the whole time. So,
hey, Chris Grimes, how you doing tonight?
Hi, Chris. Okay, so it looks as though things are going good. Can people hear us on YouTube? That would be helpful if you could tell me if you can hear us okay or not.
Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah. Trying to see the giving us a hand up. Is that what you're doing? Just so that we know that it's working okay, that would be helpful. Something's working.
Yeah, I think
Put your
I think
shirt
it's working.
down. We don't do that on television. No. So, how many of you saw my post today? I changed things up a little bit. I had one person that commented on the bridge sculpture that I posted earlier, and they were correct. That was taken at the Pittsburgh International Airport. It's on the upstairs level as you are checking in over on the southwest side. So Southwest Airlines, you need to check your bags or something upstairs. That's where you're going to go. And you'll see him.
All right, come here. Come on, let's go hook you up.
You want to go watch your show? All right. Bye, buddy. Bye. He said bye, everybody. Unfortunately, all right, cool. Thank you, Mike. Deb, I appreciate that. He's going to distract me way too much, and I'm not going to get anything accomplished because that's what I do when I'm hanging out with my little bubbas. So Scott's going to get him set up watching a show. He's going to enjoy that more anyway. He'll end up getting pretty bored pretty quickly with us. The other photo that I posted was of Nick on the moving walkway at Pittsburgh International Airport. I kid you not, that is that kid's favorite thing to do. We've been to the airport, I'd say like 3 times in the past 6 months. Like we'll go and we'll purchase airline tickets. Fun fact, if you are flying with Spirit Airlines, you can actually go to the terminal. You can purchase your ticket from a ticketing agent where you would drop off your bags, and you will save an online service charge. So saved us about $120 on our one-way tickets for 5 people, which was really awesome. I've saved a couple $100 in other instances. So definitely worthwhile if you live close enough to be able to go and pick up your tickets directly from the airport. You can definitely do that. So we had done that, and Nick thinks it's the because he gets to stand there on those moving walkways. Any of you that have been to Pittsburgh, you know how long that area is to go from like the long-term parking all the way to the terminal area. And he literally just stands there and just has this goofy smile on his face most of the time and just loves it. Bye, Nick, from Pap and Mama. All right. So definitely glad that you guys got to see him for a few minutes. I can see the TV. So what did he decide to play for him?
Buzz.
Oh, he's watching Buzz. That's exciting. So if you guys happen to hear Buzz Lightyear in the background, definitely that's, I apologize for that, but Nick is having a good time. So moving on, since Scott isn't in here yet, I did want to talk about what WDW News, Walt Disney World News. Hey, Scott, could you get my chapstick for me real quick since you're in there? Sensuous. Go make him do something for me. I appreciate it though. So not a whole lot of news from last week to this week, but I did want to bring up that for any of you that are Tangled fans, you love the movie Tangled. Rapunzel is your favorite princess. Thank you so much. They are doing some new photo pass options that I definitely wanted to bring up to your attention. The first one is going to be in Disney Springs over at their Photo Pass studio. You can get Tangled backdrops, so you can get photos like you are in the city of Corona or in the area.
That's cool.
And you can also use a frying pan as a prop for your photos there, which is hilarious. I'm like, yes, sign me up. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, we're definitely doing that.
I think we should do that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So also, when you go to Animal Kingdom, you on the bridge leading from the entrance of the park to Discovery Island. Okay, you got to go through like the labyrinth a little bit, and then you're on that bridge, and you can see the big tree of life behind you. There is a photo pass photographer there that, if you ask nicely, they can make sure that they have Pascal as a part of your photo as a magic moments. So
That's
he could be
cool.
sitting on your head. He could be sitting like you can be holding him. It's really interesting and fun. So who doesn't want to have a chameleon best friend? And then the third one is at Magic Kingdom. This is another one I think is really cool. I had no idea. Magic Kingdom, after it turns dark, and this is subject to availability because obviously if it's raining and stuff, they're not going to do it. But if you go back into Fantasyland, into that little area where they have the bathroom that is themed as Rapunzel's Tower, okay, if there will be a photo pass photographer there that will also have a lantern that you can hold, and you can have some special photos done with the lantern from Tangled.
Cool.
So I thought that was neat. It's so cute.
That's awesome.
Very romantic.
Yeah, that's really awesome that they added those new things. So anyway, guys, hey, welcome. Sorry, I had to go get Nick set up with a movie here. Unfortunately, we don't have any teenage babysitters or 20-year-old babysitter at the house. Hey, Becky, how you doing?
Hi, Becky.
But so anyway, like Megan said, you might hear Buzz Lightyear or Lightyear, the movie, in the background here and there.
Oh, it is called Lightyear, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Lightyear.
My bad.
Yeah. Well, we always call it Buzz because he touches the screen and goes, Buzz.
Yes, he wants to watch Buzz.
So. That's his new big hero.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you guys got the opportunity last week to try out the brand new Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream. If you haven't, there is a new shipment of it coming out this week. A lot of the accounts and stuff are going to be able to have those back in. It was so wildly popular that it literally sold out the
Everywhere.
warehouse. So, and all the stores and stuff that it was in, boy, he just went into their room. I hope he...
Oh, he's stealing the Squishmallow because he was told he wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, he is. I bet you anything. So... But anyway, it's back out and stuff.
Anybody else have a 6-year-old that terrorizes their adult children? Like,
he's going to get his stuff. Okay.
I didn't realize he hid it in there.
I didn't either. Also, this week, we are breaking with Coca-Cola the brand new flavor Move by Coca-Cola. I have not had a chance to get my hands on it to taste test it yet. So probably next Monday night, we'll be doing that live on the live. So
that'll be fun.
So anyway, that's
now is Move a soda or is it
Yes, it's actually a continuation of the Starlight series that we had and Dream World that we had last year.
Okay, so it's a Coca-Cola, but it's a flavored Coke. Ooh, sorry, I moved something and knocked his phone completely over.
Yeah, that's okay. We're good.
So I apologize for that. Trying to get him more in the frame.
Well, I can just do this.
Yeah, you go ahead.
But yeah, that's actually breaking out. It's hitting stores today and tomorrow and Wednesday. So start looking for that. That's a brand new flavor. It's out by Coca-Cola. So so anyway, that's Coca-Cola news for you. Let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, have you guys subscribed to our channel yet?
Yeah.
YouTube. All you guys up there on Facebook, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That didn't come out of me. And all of you guys down there on YouTube, make sure you follow us on Facebook too. So
most definitely. So back over to our Walt Disney World news because I don't have a whole lot of it. I did want to bring up that Narcoossee's is officially going to be reopening at the Grand Floridian Resort on April 1st. Now, you
Good.
will be able to start making dining reservations to this location on March 1st. They did go through and do a renovation to this space. They are definitely trying to bring a cohesive theme of land and sea. So you're going to find some really unique options from the sea as well as some land options as well.
Awesome.
And some of the fun things I saw was like that they kind of reimagined our charcuterie board. So it has like an interesting salmon dish as well as like a homemade sausage and different things. So definitely unique. Grilled octopus was another thing that was on there, and I was like, I've never seen that on a charcuterie board before. So that's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
If you are planning on going to Walt Disney World and you are having a special event, this is definitely one of those places that I would consider to be like an adult only, like a really nice couples date night dinner. So if this is something that you're thinking about, you're going to have, oh, there he is. I like it better when you do that.
Anyway,
see, we wouldn't be able to eat there because we would get tossed out for not being able to take anything seriously.
I wouldn't throw food at you.
I didn't say you throw food at me. There'd be other things that we would not be. We would not be serious enough for the sophisticated destination.
I think I could act sophisticated enough. But anyway, this is definitely one of those destinations. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
So definitely, if that is something that you guys are thinking about, this destination, it screams to me somebody proposing or a big anniversary, like you're celebrating your 25th wedding anniversary or something like that.
50th.
That's not the kind of restaurant that I kind of think of with Narcoossee's. So love it.
I think what we should do, since mom and dad got literally screwed out of their 50th anniversary because of COVID, what we should do is like on the 55th celebrate their 50th.
And I won't make you eat anything from the sea, Mike. Like I'll make sure that you get your steak and all of your land stuff.
Yep. Chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies. All right. Moving across to the West Coast, I want to talk about Disneyland briefly because they announced a few things that I thought was really exciting.
Yeah.
They are bringing in a throwback night. And I was like, okay, what the heck are they talking about? These will be only 2 nights, which are going to be April 18th and April 20th. They are separately ticketed nighttime events. You can get into the Disneyland park starting at 6 o'clock. And it's inspired by the 1950s and 1960s. So they're going to have a lot of things that you would have seen when Disneyland Park first opened, because obviously they opened in 1955. So one of the things is they are doing a Fantasy in the Sky fireworks show, which was named after the very first fireworks show that they had back in the 1950s. So that's a really fun thing. Obviously, it's a little bit more upgraded from what it was back then, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. And then they're also going to have snacks and treats that were there during the park opening all those years ago. So that's really exciting too. You can also get photos with vintage backdrops for rides that were there at park openings, such as Autopia and what was the other one? Skyway, different things. So they're kind of bringing all of that back a little bit. Then they're going to have dance parties all over the park. So if you want to do the bunny hop or the twist or what the heck is a mashed potato? I had I'm like, that is not a dance move. But
it is.
I had never heard of that before.
You've never heard do the mashed potato?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No. I've heard of the others.
You youngin'.
Apparently. So explain to me the mashed potato, because I'm probably going to look it up on YouTube later tonight. And then the other event that they're doing is they're bringing back Star Wars night. And let me tell you something. I wish.
Hey, hold on. I got it. I've got it right now. I've got it. You guys look it up and tell her exactly how to do the mashed potato, and I'll record her doing it at Disney World in 2 weeks.
I didn't say I was going to do it.
Oh, yeah, you are now.
It's going to be this ridiculous thing where I'm supposed to have my feet over my head. I just know it. Like,
no.
no.
I wouldn't do anything like that to hurt you.
Yeah, you would. You would totally do it for views. I am not like, no, I'm not agreeing to that. I want to see what it is first because I don't
care.
trust
I already
him.
said it, and they're gonna tell you how to do it,
Uh-huh.
and then you're gonna dance to the mashed potato at Walt Disney World here in 2 weeks.
You're crazy.
Yep. No, I know I am. That's why we named the company Plum Crazy Adventures.
It's coming to bite me in the bottom. All right, so moving on. Star Wars night. I absolutely love this. I wish we lived closer because I would buy tickets for this. They're only doing it May 2nd, May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Mhm.
May 8th and May 11th. So definitely celebrating Star Wars Day, May the 4th. So I think that's really cool.
And this is still out in California, correct?
Yes, this
Okay.
is at Disneyland Park.
Okay.
It does not go over into California Adventure. It is just at Disneyland Park. The park will be closing a little bit earlier to regular daytime guests. Again, you can get in as early as 6 p.m. And they're going to have a special fireworks show called Star Wars Celebrate the Night.
Cool.
I think they've had that in the past. I don't think it's a new fireworks show. Everyone leaving PCA and Googling mashed potato dance. Chris Grimes, that's a good way to get more followers. No, it's really not, Chris. Not if it's going to put me in the hospital.
Well, the 213 that do follow us are definitely going to be laughing their ass off. So.
Oh my God. Back to Star Wars night. Stop talking. I know. I should never have brought up the mashed potato.
Yeah, see, that's your fault.
So, trivia next week. What did Megan get completely hung up on? Where the heck was I? Star Wars night. All right. So, wandering around the park, not just in Galaxy's Edge, you're going to be able to meet Tusken Raiders and Jawas. Oh. And I think that is so cool because I really want to have a Jawa chase you.
Cool.
Because you don't like little people that much. So
no.
It would be a lot of fun.
No. Guess now they're all going to be like, yeah, go to California, go get him get chased.
So you're also can avoid Captain Phasma and her stormtroopers because they are searching for a resistance spy. So that'll be a lot of fun. They'll probably be mostly concentrated in the Tomorrowland area for that. And then just other things. There's going to be different foods and stuff like a intergalactic churro, which I can't eat, but still would be fun. And then other themed treats and such that will be available during the Star Wars night.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested, those tickets do go on sale on February 23rd. And those limited ticket events out Disneyland and California Adventure, they normally sell out within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Just as a heads up. So we need to get that ASAP if that's something you want to do.
Yep.
Moving on, other news. So Ant-Man and the Wasp had a brand new movie that just came out, which is Quantum Mania.
Yep.
I apologize. I didn't know anything about it. I'm a bad Marvel fan. I've been busy with other things, so that one completely slipped my radar. But because of that movie coming out, they are bringing in some limited time things within Avengers Campus and California Adventure.
Cool.
For instance, Kong the Conqueror. He is featured in the Quantum Mania movie, and he is going to be hanging around Avengers Campus for a while. He broke through and is currently wreaking some havoc at Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
So that's fun. There is also something called the Ooze Cauldron, which is a special drink carrier type thing. It looked really interesting. It was like a big bubble, and that's where your drink is. And then it was like suspended by a frame around it. I don't understand how you would drink out of it. I would have to see it in person. But that is going to be available at Pim's Test Kitchen. So if this is if you like collecting memorabilia like that, definitely make sure you get out there and check that out. And then the last piece of news I wanted to talk to everyone about is Pacific Wharf is going to become San Francisco Square in this summer of 2023. And for those of you that aren't familiar, San Francisco is the fictional place that is in Baymax.
Okay.
Is that Big Hero 6 is
Big
the
Hero
name of the
6,
movie.
but Baymax is the...
Baymax is the
Hi,
robot.
I'm Baymax, your personal assistant.
Yes. So very excited for that, actually. They're going to leave pretty much everything open during the transformation from Pacific Wharf over into San Francisco. And you're going to be able to have a designated space to be able to meet Baymax, which I have heard is one of the best character meet and greets that you could possibly get to go and do, because he's literally like hugging a big cloud.
It's like a big marshmallow.
Yep.
He's the Michelin Man.
Honestly. So that definitely check that out. Also, they're going to have a fusion of Mexican dishes, Asian fare, classic Americana foods, and such that are going to be at the restaurants in the area. Those will be rethemed a little bit, but from what I understand, pretty much everything for the restaurants are going to be very similar, just rethemed a little bit, and obviously have a refresh of their menus. So very, very exciting that they're bringing that in, because again, that's a movie that Nick actually really likes. So it'd be kind of cool to take him and have him go, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is like a starting of the celebration of their 100th anniversary and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So 100 years of Disney Corporation company, making movies and stuff like that. So 100 years of that. So by the way, guys, we wanted to let you know the reason why we chose this one tonight is this backdrop is because all of the aliens and the issues that we've been having in our airspace above America and Canada. We just wanted you guys, if you wanted to pretend to have some targets to shoot at here. Anyway, I just had to throw that in there real quick. Bad joke, but hey, anyway.
You're such a dork. Okay, moving on.
Well, I think what we need to do before we go any further, we need to explain to them why we keep continuously talking about going to Disney in 2 weeks when everybody knows that we were heading to Universal.
Yeah, I guess I did kind of let that out of the bag a little bit.
You did.
But the person that didn't know found out this past week.
So we don't have to hide it from that person no more. So what we're doing, we are still going to Universal for the first, 4 days, 5 days?
4 days.
4 days of the week. And we still got a crew of people going with us. And we're going to go down. We're going to have a good time, hang out, have fun, eat some food.
I think he's okay.
Okay. Might have to run in and check on him here in a minute. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do that. And then we're going to leave from there and go over to Walt Disney World. Yep. And we're going to spend a few days over there too. And we're going to bring a whole bunch of new video content for you guys throughout that whole week. We're going to be staying at the Port Orleans Riverside, right?
Yes.
Yep. Port Orleans Riverside. We're also going to
experience Mardi Gras on both
ends. Yes. So
mega theme parks.
Yes, we'll be able to do that. We're going to go get some wonderful beignets from both. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. I'm just laughing because I told him, I was like, can we hurry up and get done with Universal, because I want to go get beignets at Port Orleans French Quarter.
Well, we're gonna go get them both.
At me because I'm like, he's like, you can get them at Universal.
And here's the thing. I think what we should do is we should do a comparison between the beignets at Universal and the beignets over at Disney World and see which one has the best. That could be
that would be fun.
Food competition for the 2 theme parks.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
I think that would be a fun video to do, a good 15-minute so that way you guys could have something a little extra to watch. But we're going to do
go one
resort
step
tours.
further and do fish and chips too.
Ooh, okay.
Because
fish and chips
and then we'll do Leaky Cauldron or at Three Broomsticks.
Yeah,
either one of those.
Yeah.
And then fish and chips at Epcot.
Yeah,
at the Rose and Crown.
Ooh.
I know you're going to want a steak bite. So
I'm going to gain weight here in 2 weeks.
It's a good thing there's so much walking involved, because we go a little nuts over the food when we go to these theme parks. So must go to French Quarter for beignet. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally. So anyway, but that's what we're going to be doing in a couple weeks. So very excited that we're going to have a bunch of new content. Hey, pull one of those mics out there.
Yeah.
And by the way, you guys are going to see these new microphones that we have.
Yeah.
Check that right on up there so they can see it real good.
So,
They will actually be on our collars of our shirts and stuff. We've been testing them out for the past couple days.
yeah.
And
I couldn't use them tonight because our phone won't fit within the ring light with the attachment for this.
yeah.
So I've got to troubleshoot that.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll take away the train going by for the people on Facebook.
Yeah. And then we'll figure out something down here on YouTube eventually.
Yeah.
So, but the great news is we have, like we said, we've been trying those out and they have been great audio quality. No wind noise. That's
Finally
why,
got the new microphones. Yes.
The little fluffy thing is on the top of it.
Yep.
It helps keep the wind noise out. But they are going to be so much better. And it's
I was having
amazing.
a heck of a time getting things edited so that the sound matched. And I've seen that with a lot of YouTubers where the sound keeps going back and forth. And part of it's because they use different devices for different things and yada, yada. But I try to make it very conscious effort to try to make the sound match throughout the video because there's nothing more jarring than turning up somebody because you can't hear what they're saying and then another person popping in and going, oh my God, they just blew out my eardrum. So
but anyway, it's exciting stuff, brand new things that we're bringing, trying to make things bigger and better. A lot of new content coming your guys' way here in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be recording and doing stuff. And coming soon, we're going to be doing a actual drive around tour of the Pittsburgh International Airport, showing the parking lots, the construction, the different things that's going on right now, and the inside up to the security gates. Now, obviously,
we're not going to show
you through TSA because of security purposes and stuff, but we will show you up to there. And then from that point on over, we'll show you the other part of it. So, but we're going to have all that stuff coming to you soon. So that way, if you guys are ever going to fly out of Pittsburgh and you've never been there, at least you're going to be able to know exactly about where it is, where the parking lot looks like, how much parking is, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to go do that for you probably Sunday. I think we're going to work on that.
Yeah, as long as the weather cooperates.
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to rain, so big shocker there, right?
I know, right? Buzz did something stupid. I guarantee it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he met his cat.
Oh.
Yep.
I am socks.
It gets him every time. Anyway, so let's get back to the travel stuff.
Yeah. So Universal Orlando, just a couple of things. Today, they officially opened up the Express Pass Express Pass lane for the Velocicoaster.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have an Express Pass, whether you are staying at one of the premier resorts or if you purchase it outright, you will be able to use that Express Pass line for Velocicoasters. That's really exciting. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they opened that up before they opened the one up for Hagrid's, but Hagrid's is still more popular because like kids and stuff can ride it a little bit easier. It's not quite as scary. So,
and let's face it, Harry Potter's a little bit more popular than Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement. Another thing, if you guys are thinking about going to Universal, I have a fantastic deal for you. They recently announced that they are bringing back their buy 3 get 2 day free deal. Now, basically how this works is you will buy 3 days of a park-to-park ticket. It has to be at least a 2-park ticket. You could also do a 3-park ticket, okay? When you purchase that ticket, you are automatically gifted 2 extra days that you can use during your travels. So you'll be able to use it. I think it's an 8-day window that you'll be able to use those 5 days. So that is a really fantastic option for you. You can travel anywhere from right now through December 14th. They do not have any blockout dates, but I do want to warn you that they are doing this only for a limited time. So it ends actually on May 3rd. If you guys are thinking about going for like a late spring break in April, if you're wanting to go, going ahead and getting your tickets for your summertime break when you're going down, definitely reach out to me so that we can get those, because I do believe that there is also a quantity limit on that as well. Once they hit a
Okay.
certain point, they will stop selling them as
Okay.
well.
That's awesome.
So
That's a really good deal.
the buy 3 get 2 days free. That is a fantastic deal.
Yeah.
So definitely reach out to me. And then Universal Hollywood, the only thing I want to mention is Super Nintendo World officially opened up February 17th, which was Friday, I think.
Yep.
And then Chocolate Emporium, I think, has opened up now. There's a few other things, but I'm not getting into all of that. At some point, I really want to do a deep dive into Universal Hollywood. Really trying to like finesse some things a little bit and figure out when we can get out there this year.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot going on that I want to experience.
Right.
So.
All right.
So one thing I want to start doing is a question of the day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
These are questions that I either get from clients. These are the top rated Google questions that are asked of travel agents. And so the very first one, because I've had 3 people actually inquire about vacations today,
Mm-hmm.
is 2023 a good year to travel? What do you think, Scott?
Of course, it's a good year to travel. I'm not going to say no.
It's actually a fantastic time to travel.
Yes.
Things are opening up. There's fewer and fewer destinations that have specific requirements that you have to meet in order to travel. You don't have to worry about mask mandates nearly as much. You're going to go and settle them down.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about mask mandates nearly as much as what you have in the past. Vaccination records, those have also, especially for cruising, you don't have to worry about showing your vaccine card for any of like our U.S. destination ports or any of our U.S. ports going to other destinations. You don't necessarily have to have your vaccine card anymore in order to be able to be on those cruise ships. So yes, 2023 is a fantastic year to be able to finally get to go and do that trip that you have been wanting to do since 2019, 2020. So, and then the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, actually, I lied. I already told you about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our state of the week. And I'm actually kind of excited about this one. I get excited about all of them because let's face it, I'm a big dork and I love learning different things about each state. But we're kind of going to go a little bit closer to home and talk about the amazing state of West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. I thought you meant right here.
No, I already talked about Pennsylvania.
I thought you meant you were bringing everybody in their house.
Oh, no. Sorry, guys. My house isn't big enough for that.
So West Virginia, huh?
Yeah, we're going to talk about West Virginia.
Take me home, Mountain Mom. Sorry, I've been singing that song all day since you told me this.
All right. So, nicknamed the Mountain State, it is the 35th state in our United States of America. Its capital and largest city is in Charleston, which I find hilarious because Charleston is not very big.
No.
Fun and quirky facts about West Virginia before we get started on travel destinations. Did you know that the very first Mother's Day took place in West Virginia?
Really?
Yeah, that's where it originated. Also, it is where golden delicious apples were discovered. So if you enjoy golden delicious apples, you can thank West Virginia for that. They were also the first rural free delivery program to get started was right there in West Virginia. So definitely a lot of fun and interesting quirky facts about West Virginia I wasn't expecting.
So why is West Virginia called West Virginia?
Because it's on the west side of the state of Virginia, and it broke off during the Civil War.
To become West Virginia.
Okay,
all right.
Because Virginia wanted to be Confederate, correct? And West Virginia wanted to be...
That I do not know. I cannot tell you that. But anyway, I was just really wanting to see if you actually knew that. So... you kind of stumped me on that one. So anyway, continue on.
All right. So the first destination I want to talk to everybody about is Scott's favorite destination in West Virginia, which is the New River Gorge and New River Gorge Bridge. Yes, I am that evil wife.
Yes, you are.
So the New River Gorge Bridge is a record-breaking bridge. Okay, it is the longest steel span bridge in our hemisphere. Okay, it is also the nation's third highest bridge at 876 feet. There's also a few other things because it has a single arch, and so it's like in the top 2 or something for that in the world, and yada yada yada. That's not what makes the New River Gorge bridge and area so crazy to me, though. You see it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going across that. Yes, I will 100% agree with that.
Yep.
If you haven't done so already, make sure that you check out our video where we actually explored that area a little bit, and we took you to the New River Gorge Visitor Center, and then we drove across, and you got to see Scott kind of have a little bit of a panic attack. He did pretty good, though.
Luckily, I went to the bathroom before we crossed it.
Yep. So, but what is really crazy to me is they have what is called Bridge Day, and this is the it's going to be on October 21st of this year. I think it's the third Saturday in October every year.
I'm thinking that's what it is. Yes.
So it's October 21st this year, and what they do is they close down one side of the bridge completely, and then they have people that base jump off of it. They have bungee jumpers. They have rappellers that are literally on lines and rappelling up and down from the scaffolding underneath. And it's just absolutely insane to me that these people do this, because like that's an 876 foot drop down to the bottom of the gorge, and they literally just like, oh, I'm just going to jump. No, not happening.
It's a great way to cure constipation.
I feel bad for anybody that would be around me. Now, they do also, it is a huge festival. Obviously, you can walk along the bridge and everything. They've got food tents set up, so there's all kinds of food. You can purchase things. So it is a really cool event. It is actually the largest single-day festival in West Virginia every year, and it gets bigger and bigger every year.
Yes, it does.
And
it's
I would like to
amazing.
do the festival at some point, because I'd like to be able to say that I've been to the festival and I've walked on the New River Gorge Bridge, but I'm not going to be doing any of that base jumping or craziness. So, not happening. Now, the number one destination in West Virginia. Do you have any idea what that might be?
St. Mary's, West Virginia.
No.
Parkersburg.
We bought a horse from there, actually, when I was a kid. No. It is.
Hold on. It's probably the number one destination, you mean? Would have to probably be Blackwater Falls.
You saw that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I swear. I did not look at your notes.
Number one destination in West Virginia is Blackwater Falls State Park. It is actually an absolutely beautiful waterfall. Isn't that where we went?
Yes.
It was about 3 years ago.
Yep.
We took a drive and we went out and saw it, and it was a beautiful waterfall, actually. Really nice walking areas with the wooden steps and everything getting down to it. So I would highly recommend it if you enjoy that sort of thing. West Virginia is all about the outdoors. In case you couldn't, in case people didn't realize.
Wild and wonderful.
Yeah. Now, the reason why it's called Blackwater Falls and Blackwater River is because there's a bunch of hemlock and red spruce in that area, and the tannic acid that is in the needles of those particular trees turn the water dark, murky color, which looks like it's black. So especially when it's flowing really hard, you in the Blackwater Falls, it looks like it's like a black or dark brown water coming out. It's really interesting and cool. So that is the number one place to visit. There's also Monongahela National Forest, which is the tallest point in West Virginia. Or it has the tallest point in West Virginia. I apologize. You can climb Seneca Rocks, which is actual rock climbing. If you don't want to do that, you can also go fishing. You can go hiking. There's all kinds of things that you can do in that area. Reconnect with nature. If you want to go bird watching, that's a really popular destination because there's some unique bird species in that area that you can see as well. Then, taking it a completely different direction, there is the Greenbrier. Now, Scott, did you want to describe the Greenbrier a little bit?
It's a big building.
Oh my God.
No, actually, this is a beautiful, beautiful resort. It is was actually used back in 60s and 70s, I believe so. Was used. There's an underground bunker for the president of the United States.
Was for the Cold War.
For the Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they decommissioned it in the 70s, right?
Yes, it is decommissioned. You can actually purchase a tour to be able to go and check out the decommissioned bunker.
And to be able to go down and go see this, and some of the steel doors, like these doors are massive.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like literally the thickness of this, the width of this whole thing. That's how thick it is. It's just unreal just to see this stuff, and the beauty of the mountains and stuff that you're in, and it just looks like somebody transported. Like the only way I can really describe the building is like somebody took a building. Looks like they took more like the Capitol building in a way, and just transplanted it into the mountains of West Virginia.
Yeah.
So I mean, the same architects did build this as the ones that were working on Washington D.C. and all this stuff. So
it is a National Historic Landmark.
Yes, it is. It is, and it's got some really awesome golfing to do right there too.
Yep.
So if you're into that is a really good place to go check out. Yeah. And some of the top chefs and restaurants are literally right on property.
Yeah.
So
now this Greenbrier is a hotel. You can actually rent a room there. I'm going to warn you though. The reason I know this is because I considered doing it during our October trip last year. And the prices of these hotel rooms are significantly more than what I was expecting. And they are not an updated or luxurious room for what, like modern for what I was expecting for the price. It's definitely set more like in a historical sense, rather than a
but with
modern
it being
sense.
A historical site, they can't modernize a lot of the stuff. They have to keep it in the original form that it was in when it was first built. So
so not to say that we won't go and do that at some point in time, but that will probably be like just a Scott and me destination that we will visit. Because because it's not exactly what I would consider a modern hotel. They don't really have trundle beds or rollaways, things like that, so that there can be 3 people in a room.
Right.
So just as a heads up. Now, the other really cool thing about the Greenbrier is they have White Sulphur Springs there, and that has been a natural spa since the 1700s. And that is why the Greenbrier was originally built for the elite from DC, for them to be able to get away into the mountains. It's because there was that amazing spa there. Now, kind of geeking out a little bit, but the Greenbrier has hosted a whopping 26 presidents. Drove through Berkeley Springs and was a cute little West Virginia town. Would be a nice place to stop in to visit. Yes, Chris Grimes, that is definitely one I have on my list. I was going to talk about in a few minutes. Now, they've also, the Greenbrier has hosted the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. And as well as Prince Rainier and Princess Grace Monaco and others. Okay, so there's a lot of places that you can go to. And the bunker, do you remember what the name of the bunker was when it was originally built?
I have no idea.
It was originally called Project Greek Island.
Okay.
So I thought that was a fun fact, and I wanted to share it with everyone.
That's actually really cool.
So, other things that you can do in West Virginia. West Virginia is huge for going skiing or snowboarding or snow tubing. There have tons of winter sports, but probably the most popular is going to be snowshoe. The reason snowshoe is one of the most popular is because it has some of the most advanced terrain in West Virginia. So they have a 1,500-foot drop that is only for very experienced skiers. What do they call that? Black Diamond trails. So definitely Snowshoe is a very awesome place that you can go and check out. And just right in the Snowshoe area is the National Radio Astronomy Observatory. And this is basically a giant telescope or dish, basically,
Mhm.
that is gathering radio frequencies from space.
And what are they searching for?
They're searching for
UFOs. Sorry. Had to do it again.
See, I knew that he was going to get started on this because there's several, like West Virginia is known for paranormal activity, both ghost and extraterrestrial.
Mhm.
So I was like, all right. Like I when he put this up, I was like, oh, I know what he's doing.
Mhm. All right. So
Uh,
speaking of paranormal activity,
mhm.
did you happen to put in there?
I most
Yes, you
definitely
sure did. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's hurry up and get to it.
All right. So Berkeley Springs, like Chris Grimes just mentioned, they have a bathhouse there that officially opened in 1930, but they have actually been, because it has natural springs, there have been people that have been bathing in these natural springs since way, way before our country became a country. George Washington was known to frequent the Berkeley Springs.
Mhm.
There are 5 main springs and then several smaller springs that all feed in. They have a whopping 2,000 gallons of fresh spring water pumping through this a minute. And it is always at a perfect 74.3 degree Fahrenheit.
Oh.
So this is a absolutely awesome place. There is old-fashioned private bathing tubs. There's saunas. There's massages at the old Roman bath building and then the main bathhouse. So definitely Berkeley Springs is a really cool place to be able to experience some history and have a nice little spa getaway. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah. I'm kind of down for that.
Kicking it up a couple notches. Obviously, I had mentioned skiing is one of the biggest pastimes of West Virginians, but they also really enjoy summer because summer is when you can do whitewater rafting.
Mhm.
And what better place to do whitewater rafting than underneath of the New River Gorge at the Gauley River?
Yep.
So this place it is crazy. You will actually pretty much any time from late spring through mid fall, you're going to see somebody going down the river and doing whitewater rafting while you are looking up above them at the New River Gorge Visitor Center.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is more of an advanced terrain area for whitewater rafting. So if you're just getting started, you can check out Tigert River, Cheat River, or the Potomac River in order to get your feet wet, kind of get an idea of whether whitewater rafting is for you or not.
Right.
So Moundsville Prison for Ghosts, it's on my list. Yes! I love that people are mentioning these. All right. So Harper Ferry. Harper Ferry is one of the places that is on my my national parks book, which I don't have with me tonight. I have it in the other room. But I absolutely love this. It is the site of a raid of the U.S. Arsenal in 1859. This was done by John Brown, and this is what kind of accelerated the process of us ending up going into a civil war. Was him going he was an abolitionist, and he went and raided the U.S. Arsenal, which was here in Harper Ferry. So fun little piece of American history. It is also where the Appalachian Trail Visitor Center is located. So if you are interested in doing the Appalachian Trail, this is a good place to kind of start it and go part way, one way or the other. But it's a good hop on point is right here, and you've got the visitor center there. So if you don't want to necessarily hike it, but you want to learn more about it, this is a great place to do that.
Yep.
And then the West Virginia Penitentiary. So this is open from April through November. I find it interesting they don't have it open in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And it originally opened in 1876, and then their last prisoner was finally pushed out to another facility in 1995. That is crazy to me. The other crazy thing is it's in Moundsville, West Virginia, which is where you have been all week.
Last week,
it's not that far.
No.
Yeah, last week. West Virginia Penitentiary, they are very well known for having fire breakouts, prison riots. They've had over 100 executions on the site, as well as prison escapes and other things. So This destination is a hotbed for paranormal investigators. They do have evening tours and such if you want to do that. You can also do daytime tours to kind of just see what the living conditions and such were for the inmates that were here. So
I actually got to see it last weekend. Driving by it,
it's creepy looking in
it is
photos.
very creepy. I'm telling you, it is very, very creepy.
Harper Valley PTA singer Jenny C. Riley.
The Harper Valley PTA. Is it PTA or PTO? Harper Valley PTA. Anyway, I know exactly what she's doing.
Okay.
She's saying about.
What are you doing?
I have no idea.
So yeah, there's that too. And then the thing that you were excited about, the Mothman Museum and Festival in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yep.
I actually grew up not too far from Point Pleasant on the Ohio side, but still.
Mm-hmm.
So this they have a festival every year, the third week of September. They will do Point Pleasant does this big Mothman festival, and you're going to be able to purchase artwork and different trinkets and stuff, and have conspiracy theories with people of sightings of the Mothman.
Yep.
They also have, if you aren't visiting the 3rd September of the month, there is a Mothman museum that you can visit. They have a giant bronze sculpture of the Mothman, which if you have visited our website, you will see a very pregnant me with the boys and Scott in front of the Mothman statue. Just really cool and interesting destination. They've got a lot of history about the bridge collapse and the supposed warnings and such that were given by the Mothman, and then locations that she has been seen in other areas too. Yep. So love that. There is also West Virginia being in the mountains. You can't not have something that has to do with a railroad. So Cass Scenic Railroad State Park. This is a great place that you can go. You can ride. You can be in a real train. You're going to have the black smoke in your face and everything else. But it's a 4.5-hour trip. Round trip, and one of the stops on this round trip is you will stop at a 1940s logging camp and get to see what it was like to live and work within a logging camp back in the 1940s.
That'd be cool.
So that would be a lot of fun. Also, Seneca Caverns. There are caverns throughout West Virginia that you can experience. Go underground and see these different destinations with stalagmites and stalactites. So that's always fun. And then there's also the Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine. So if you happen to have family members that were coal miners or knew of like in your genealogy, this might be a really fun thing for you to be able to go and experience, because then you can go, oh my gosh, this is what my grandfather did or my great-grandfather did. I don't know how they handled this. This is crazy to me. So definitely a new form of respect for those individuals that were coal miners. Okay.
Cool.
And then, Grave Creek Burial Mounds near Wheeling. Obviously, and basically in our area, Ohio, West Virginia, up here into Pennsylvania, you're going to find all of these really interesting burial mounds that were left by indigenous people. And this one is a giant. I mean, it is huge. It looks like its own little hillside, but it is a giant mound left by across the historical covered bridge in Philip. Oh,
it came through. Hold on.
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
sorry. Interesting. Covered bridges are another really amazing thing that you can do in West Virginia. There is actually different things that different driving routes that have been made by different train. There's been driving routes created by places like Hidden West Virginia and these other different sites where they'll have just driving around and checking out all the different covered bridges. So if that's something that's fun for you, especially in the fall, get some really great photos, you could do that.
Yeah.
So thanks, Spike, for bringing that up, because I forgot about the covered bridges, especially the historical ones. So back to Grave Creek Burial Grounds. So this is near Wheeling, West Virginia. It was built by the Adena people between 250 and 150 BC.
Wow.
I had no idea that there was something that old in our area to be able to go and explore.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then the last thing that I had on here for this evening is I wanted to bring up the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Okay.
Okay.
Again, the kooky and strange and odd and paranormal, because this is another paranormal hotspot. Okay. But the thing I found most interesting about this is, and I'm trying to wrap my head around why it's a lunatic asylum. Like it's for crazy people, but they put it is the largest hand cut stone masonry building in the hemisphere. It is only the only other building that is bigger than this one in the world that is by hand cut stone masonry is the Kremlin in Russia.
Wow.
Like that blows my mind that it is in West Virginia. It's wanted to say this was also in Mouseville. This one fits you guys.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. But that just blows my mind. That's something that like, I mean, hand cut stone is not something that is exactly easy to do. And the fact that, that there's this building that is this huge and it's giant and beautiful. It's a really beautiful building. And it was actually engineered when it was built. They built it so that it would have the maximum amount of sunlight and the maximum amount of fresh air available to their patients inside of the asylum, which I thought was really amazing because, again, like stonework and stuff, you wouldn't think that would be something that would necessarily be for like health, or you would think about that kind of stuff. But it was built specifically for that. Now, obviously, it is not an asylum any longer. You can go and check out different things, go do tours and such of it. And it is a paranormal hotbed because obviously they did unfortunately have some patients pass away while they were there.
Yeah.
So, but I thought that was really interesting and really cool. And I wanted to share it with everyone.
Well, you did leave off one really important city.
I probably left off a couple.
You left off Parkersburg, West Virginia. And can you?
I didn't leave off an important
Can you
city.
guess why?
Blennerhassett.
Nope. It has the birthplace of one of our most famous pizzas. Pizza Place Pizza, baby. Right there in Parkersburg, West Virginia. It was actually where it was created. See, I threw her.
What the heck?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So yes, if you are visiting West Virginia, I am going to highly recommend that at some point you make a stop in Parkersburg, West Virginia, because either on the north side or the south side, there's two sides, and you can get Pizza Place Pizza, which is the best pizza that you're going to find anywhere. You got to get the thick crust with pepperoni.
Totally.
So
totally. Doesn't mean to insult any Pittsburghans here. I'm telling you, guys.
You guys know.
I have not found a pizza in Pittsburgh yet that is this good. So
the Cass Railroad. Yes, I did mention that. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
That is a fantastic thing that you can do in West Virginia. Yeah. So lots and lots of fun. I really like the state of West Virginia. We'll go driving and we'll actually end up in West Virginia, like up in the fingers of it. And it's just a lot of fun. I know that a lot of people have a stigma to West Virginia because of like The Hills Have Eyes and these different horror movies, which you get out into the boondocks. I mean, I can see where they're coming from because some of the areas are a little like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to get out of here?
Yeah.
But the people are genuinely so friendly, so nice.
Very
You're not going to
friendly.
find nicer people anywhere else, honestly.
Willing to help you do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that they would literally give their shirts off their backs to help you.
Yes.
I mean, wonderful people.
Yeah, most definitely.
I got to experience that all last week. So
Mhm.
great people in that territory.
Yep. So we really enjoy it. We're nature lovers as well, so we end up there a lot. Yeah, I know you do. So fun fact, okay, and I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I grew up in a town called Coolville, Ohio, which is about 40 minutes away from Marietta, Ohio, where Scott grew up. Okay. In order for me to get anything for school, like for instance, back to school shopping every year, we literally drove to West Virginia, which was only about half hour, 30 minutes from where I grew up. I mean, I grew up in the boondocks, so it took 20 minutes to get anywhere. It took 20 minutes to get to a state route. Okay. Just to give you some context, but literally like the county, they really didn't have anything. And if we didn't want to drive 2.5 hours north to go to Columbus in order to go shopping at big malls and stuff, we had to drive into West Virginia to Parkersburg, West Virginia, and go to Grand Central Mall so that I could get clothes and such for back to school shopping.
Yep.
Also, if we ever wanted to go to a nice restaurant or anything like that, a lot of times we would end up in Parkersburg because that was where they had Olive Garden and
Red Lobster. And,
all those places.
Cheddar's.
Longhorn.
Outback.
So it always cracked me up because as I got older and was like in high school and stuff, and I started to see like the stigma of, West Virginia and stuff, like, oh, it's a bunch of hillbillies. I'm like, you realize that we all go to West Virginia anytime we need anything that we like fashion wise or whatever. Big so I found that funny to me. And the reason why Deb says that they go there a lot is because being in Marietta, they actually drive to Parkersburg so that they can go to Sam's Club because there's only a Sam's Club there, or Vienna. Vienna and Parkersburg are side by side, for those of you that aren't aware. So, but it kind of it tickles me every time somebody says something because I'm like, that was the place to be. Anyway, I have kept you guys a few minutes longer than what I wanted to, so I do apologize for that. But I did want to say thank you all so much for joining us this evening. As you can see, we definitely have a lot of fun talking about things. Nikki, did you want to come say goodbye?
Hey.
Nikki, come here. Why don't you say bye to everybody? Oh, you can't see you. Yeah.
Hey, look at everybody and say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. You just heard it from the little guy. We're done. So thanks, you guys, everybody, for joining us tonight. It was great. Thank you to the 213 subscribers that we have on YouTube. We do really appreciate it. Appreciate all the love and support. And guys, we'll see you guys here next week, where hopefully I'll have some new move taste testing going on right here.
Most definitely.
And I. So anyway, we will see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us. And as always, are you guys ready for your next Plum Crazy adventure?
Because we're ready to get you there.
See you guys next time. Later.